All righty, everyone. Welcome back to the Coaches Union. Alex, how are you doing today, man?
My man, it is a great day, dude.
Nice.
Um, if you guys have never had an energy drink over ice, highly recommend it. Um,
Fancy.
highly recommend it. Also, Chris, do you want to tell folks about the new pumpkin roll?
Oh, I was going to actually, since you
No,
asked what I was drinking,
plug, plug.
use our
Uh,
code J3U.
what do you drink? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking the Juicy Nectar Grind EAAs because
Juicy
that's the
nectar. I'm going to use that in a sexual innuendo in the coming days for sure.
it's how I get. That's my guarantee that I actually get my water in for the day because I am a child and I will not drink just plain water.
Dude, so I love all our stuff. The upcoming flavors on the new launch are a little suspect, not gonna lie, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Shout out to the boys. The pumpkin roll, dude, like
Oh,
I'm not a basic bitch. Like I'm not a foodie. That stuff, and I do it with oats and almond butter. Bro, that shit's good.
listen, I am a basic bitch, dude. I couldn't have gotten to Starbucks faster yesterday to get my pumpkin chai. My since I was a kid, my aunt Leslie has made me a pumpkin roll specifically for me for my birthday, and
Yeah.
I put it on my story like it's no joke. I will every year I will eat it like a burrito. So I'm devout to a pumpkin roll, and that protein powder fucks like it fucks so hard. Like I've already gone through like 12 scoops this week.
Yeah, like no bullshit. I'm going to buy this again with my own money. Like, yes, this one was free. I'm going to purchase it myself uh,
100%.
because it is good. And I find I notice as I get older, the more I get away from like chocolate protein, and the
Mhm,
more like I want like base flavors, like the Teddy Graham, the honey Teddy Graham one's good, and
mhm.
the pumpkin roll's good. Like I'm more like the lighter flavors, but it's good. It's not too sweet. So yeah, like shameless plug, but also like not shameless. Like it really is a fucking good protein powder.
Yeah, use our code, guys. Me and Alex, as we do everything together, we are sharing a code with J3 or with Axe and Sledge. So it is J3U.
Yeah. So
Support your boys.
you don't even have to pick your favorite. You can just
Yeah, we're in it together. We got a lot to talk about, Alex. A lot of it's about combat. So I feel like we should just get into that first.
skip.
We got we got asked between you and me, who wins in a fight?
Chris, I love you, man. I really do love you. But like it wouldn't last like 60 seconds.
This is where I go back and forth. Like if we grapple, you're smoking my ass for sure. I feel as if we've gotten to the point where we are both angry enough to fist fight each other, neither of us win at the end of the day. Like it would be like, have you ever seen Family Guy, like Peter Griffin and the chicken?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
would be that.
yeah. I mean, I'd still win, but yeah.
No, but if it's like an Oklahoma drill, I'm breaking you.
I think you're too slow. I
I,
think you're slow.
buddy, I can sprint for like
Yeah,
15 yards.
okay. Yeah, I'll give you Oklahoma. But even then though, that does engage in some grappling. So like, look, I love you, Chris. And there's a haymaker's chance for everybody out there. But like as soon as I close the distance, it's over. Like it's just like, I'm gonna ride you like a backpack and just yeah, it's over. Um, that's the thing, like, but in all seriousness, like one, me and Chris would never fight. Like we barely like yell at each other, like more than anything. We have like debriefs and we have like emotional couples talks.
we have, yeah, we have to reconvene from time to time.
But we've like there's never been a spot where I've been like, I'm gonna fight. Like I've never like wanted to like physically like fight you.
No, I have for sure. I have for sure.
It's yeah, okay. Well, I mean, come on, dude. I'm right here. It's but it's different. It's like those who don't like those listeners, like I'm a I'm about to get a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, right? Like that's, that goes beyond like just beginner. Oh, I do it for fun. It goes beyond like intermediate. It's that's jujitsu's thing is like you're supposed to be able to like this foundation was like self-defense and like submit and break and put someone to sleep. So it's like
Mhm.
when you and I notice this like it's like I'll have like new wrestlers come in or big strong guys come in or whatever, and it's like it really is like it's like you're like playing with a child. It's like even like you'll get some athletes, man, they're 30 seconds a minute in and they're like "Oh," like but once that little like adrenaline and ATP wears off pretty fast, it's like they just melt. And it's just like but yeah, that's just but that goes with anybody. But at the same time, dude, like you know, about like I would be. This just goes with anybody. If there was just someone, I mean, one of my best training partners, 270. He's a purple belt and he's a SWAT medic. Like he's a bad motherfucker. And
Mhm.
like it takes me a minute to like not a literal minute, but it takes me some time to wear him out in jujitsu and then like submit him. But like someone like that big on the street would definitely be like I wouldn't be like excited. I'd be like, fuck, this is gonna hurt, but like I get it done. But yeah, I think that's just kind of the difference in that stuff. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I'm like banking on connecting one swing and hoping to God it's
Yeah,
enough. And
yeah.
that's it.
Like, dude, yeah, like I mean, because there's plenty of boxers out there, man. It would hurt. But like that would be my job would be to just like close the distance and get you on the ground as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Like that's where, yeah.
Chop the tree. Here's the follow up. We got what's funny is you got asked that question, and then I got asked you and me versus a bear, who would win?
Um, black bear?
Yeah,
We're taking a black bear
100%.
for sure. We can get a black bear, no doubt. Brown bear? I don't think so. Um,
Brown bear, but we're both on 50 Halo.
yeah, I mean, full grown, no. Like teenage, like
Adolescent.
adolescent, we could fuck it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Full grown, I'm gonna say, yeah, I don't think we're gonna be a match for that. Black bear, we got like,
yeah,
like we're standing. I was walking Kuma, and there was a so Kuma's my Akita, um, but there was a fucking and like Kuma kind of runs shit, right? But there was a what's a cane corso.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and like not a puppy. He was like 3 years old, cane corso, big, and like it's off the leash, and like because like the owner just thought it was a good idea to just let it off the leash and play ball,
For
and
sure.
it starts like I mean it's a good 50 yards away, but it starts like trotting our way, and we're on our little neighborhood walk, and there was a split. There's a good like 10 seconds where I was like, all right, me and Kuma are about to fight this dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like because in the day, yes, Akitas are aggressive. They can go for the throat for sure. But I wasn't about to sit back and let a cane corso come at Kuma like that. So like
Mm-mm.
I think point being I'm down to throw down with animals if need be. But it was weird like feeling that. Like and I was literally like, I'm going to fight this fucking dog.
Yeah. Dude, I went through that when I ran the kennel with Gru, actually. For those
Yeah.
who've I've seen my Gru baby. He is a pit lab mix and he's a tit, but it turns out he's about it. One of our vet techs gave him a treat, but didn't give it was a bull mastiff cane corso mix, didn't give him a treat, and he got resource aggressive and bit Gru on the top of the head, and then Gru wrapped around and grabbed him by the throat.
Yeah.
And dude, I just like had my hand, like my fist was just hitting whatever mouth it could find. And it took like six of us to
Yeah.
tear him. And then Gru just like felt like really guilty about it. And
Yeah.
like that dog almost died. Like
Oh my
he like almost ripped his throat out. So Gru's about it. He just
God.
doesn't look like it at all.
I love fucking love.
Love Gru. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, bear, I think we've got all day. Polar bear, I don't think so. Just because they're different. Mm, let's see. Let's move into trying to decide what we want to talk about next. Let's just get into what are your Alex, what are your favorite and least favorite compounds that you have used? And let's preface, this does not mean that you guys should go use them. We're just talking from our experiences.
Yeah, I always loved Masteron,
Hmm.
even before John Jewett came about. Like I was a big, like I loved Masteron and EQ. Those
Hmm.
was my two.
Hmm.
Um, Now still love Masteron. I personally have always been a Mass Probe guy. And then HGH.
Hmm.
I love HGH and Halo testing. Those would be, yeah, it's pretty much what I take on a week to week basis, minus the Halo testing, but I will sprinkle that in for some training sessions here and there.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
whenever the boys are in town. Um, I would say same. Like obviously, Mast has been one of my preferences for a long time. Um, I used to use a lot more frequently EQ back in the day when financially that's all I could afford. Obviously, now we're seeing it's kind of becoming more of a necessity nowadays with all the shortages. Obviously, Real Primo, if you can find it, is a godsend of a drug. Um, GH, I love Winstrol. I do like Trend. Trend doesn't like me. And then least favorites, dude, I just hate Deca and NPP like hell.
Same, same.
I hate them.
It's yeah, that's not good. Deck and MVP are the worst. For me, I love Trend, but I hate Trend because now as soon as I take Trend, I just throw up and can't eat. Uh,
Hmm.
oh, I love Mint. I love Mint. Um, Trying to think what else I don't like. Anadrol, don't like Anadrol, don't like D-ball.
Nope. Nope.
Anadrol, I look great for 30 minutes, and then I'm just a blob for 23 hours.
Yep.
Mm.
I just get like I look at an Anadrol tab and I get indigestion for 72 hours.
Yeah, yeah. Lantus, I don't look good on Lantus. Like I don't think my I probably could be fine. I think more like it's more anecdotally, like I find genetically fatter people don't look good on Lantus. I
Yep.
don't think it's, but again, there's no science behind that. Like it's just from my personal experience and what I've seen, clients taking it, other clients taking it. Um, but yeah, that's kind of my baseline of drugs. There's not like I never touched DNP. That was like always my non-negotiable. Like I never
Mm-hmm.
even thought about it.
No. Um, I like how I look on Proviron. Big fan. Um,
Yeah.
dude, even like real Anavar is pretty fucking sick, to be honest with you. Um, I think
I used to do this blitz. They called it a blitz stack back in the day. So like you would take 25 Winstraw, 25 D-ball pre-training. I like that.
oh,
That's
that's
fun.
that's cool.
Yeah. And now I can't think of the reasoning why or the science why, but I liked it.
Yeah, well, it's like the D ball makes you watery, but the wind straw makes you dry. So just
It just
just bounces.
it's in the middle and gives you a pump, right?
Yeah, it just raises your blood pressure. Um, I think with Lance, going back to it, I just find that generally people who've formerly been overweight are just more fluid retentive people. And so I find with Lantus, it just causes like if I take Lantus, I'll look good for like 2 meals. Like meal 1 and 2, I'll look great. And then by as the day goes on, I just get more soggy, like
Yeah.
no matter what I do.
When I was at my quote biggest, I was doing 16 or 20 units of Lantus, and I was doing like fast acting insulin around training.
Mhm.
And I remember my post workout meal was Captain Crunch and liquid egg whites. Yeah. So I'd use the liquid egg whites as the milk, and I'd eat Captain Crunch. So that's probably why I looked a little water retentive and just not good. So
Yeah, it's like bioavailability is only so important, I guess.
yeah.
Um, I remember one time I was working with this guy. I just told the story yesterday. I was working with this guy years ago, and he came to me. He's like, "Yeah, man, I just have like terrible diarrhea all the time." And I was like, "Well, what are you eating?" he was drinking 3 cartons of liquid egg whites a day and then taking 75 Anadrol pre-training. And I was like, well, there's your culprits, bub.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I think so. Josh just sent a video live from North Americans
Uh-huh.
um in his men's physique division. Oh, it looks like he got moved today. Dang it. For a second he was holding second he was holding. So shout out to Josh Chisholm. He's competing in North Americans right now. Um, I mean, I kind of like the men's physique look, but
Bro, he's dry.
yeah, he looks great. Anyways, sorry for that interruption. But do you know who else is doing North Americans?
We've got Evan Revore, Big E. Um, oh, Josh McGee, Cam's guy.
Yep, yep.
Josh. I think those are all the Tennessee guys doing it. I've got one of my buddies, Austin Richardson, is doing open as a super heavy. He's out of Texas. Um, and then another buddy, Christian, did classic today. I think he said he's like top. He's like 3-4 spot right now.
Okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's all I can think of doing it. Um, yeah, but that's going on right now. So sorry about that interruption, guys.
It's very important. We love you, Josh. I will always admire his ability to coach himself. I think it's the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what other compounds. That's really it. Like I feel like anything beyond that's just kind of like designer drugs, and I just don't really trust the efficacy of them. Let's see. With how do you see the sport evolving the next 10 years regarding classes and criteria?
I think there's going to be some form of sponsorship deal, like Reebok or some kind of mid-tier like Puma, some
Hmm.
bullshit like that, where they're going to come in and they're going to make us like all the they're going to make all the guys have like, this is the sponsored short like the UFC did. I think that's going to be in the coming years. Um, I think the divisions will get harder and bigger, just like they always do. I don't know how you could get any like more mainstream muscle than, women's fit model than a men's fit model, which I just I wouldn't see the purpose in that, but that's probably in the future.
Yeah,
Um, I hope a transformation class is in the future.
that would be cool.
Yeah, I hope. I feel like, I mean, we all see people who get on stage who, like, from a competitive aspect, they don't belong, but they still deserve a right to show and display their efforts. So, like Alpha Elite does, they have a
Mhm.
transformation division. I feel like the NPC could only benefit from that. Um,
Absolutely.
I just don't see them putting the effort into highlighting the backstory like Alpha Elite does or Alpha Land does and or whatever Summer Shredding does. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that's probably the only downfall to that. But I do think a transformation class is warranted. Um, and what else? What do you got?
One, I think even just doing it like we're obviously seeing like Whitney killing it with the National Fit Show doing a women's only show, even having just like a transformation only show. So they're given the opportunity to actually showcase these stories. I think that'd be super dope. I think a lot of people would want to come and see that. Um, wasn't there a talk like a couple years ago of The Rock trying to basically do what you just said as far as like develop his own federation of bodybuilding and have like Under Armour and a bunch of other people come in?
See, I don't know because he was like in with the Olympia that one year and then just like never talked about it again. Uh,
Yeah.
it was probably like the thing that keeps us from mainstream like ESPN and all that is the steroids. Like,
Hmm.
so that's the thing. It's going to take a middle of the road brand. Like Under Armour's not going to do it. You could
Hmm.
probably get a Reebok or Puma or Starter, like Champion, something like that to come in, which will suck. Because it'll just make everything a lot more uniform and whatever, but they'll get such a kickback from it. Um, I think the Manions will have sold it in the next 10 years. Um, in a very big deal, kind of like what we've seen with the UFC, what we've seen with WWE. I think the Manions will have sold it. Um, what else? I think we're going to see more people die from weight cutting.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to be the long-term steroids. I think it's going to be the drastic weight cuts. I think if I think if they don't ease up on the weight cap for classic more than anything, I think
Yeah.
I think class is where we're going to get. And I hate to even put that out there. I hate to even say that, but like we're gonna see some pretty big health ailments coming from classic with the weight cut and where it's at right now.
I agree. I agree. Because, dude, like a quarter inch of height for me is a 7 pound discrepancy in my weight.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just like, then that's the thing, like, dude, we're seeing one thing that I wish they would do is I wish they would give y'all a high card when you turn pro, and that's your fucking height. Like,
Yeah, because we saw it with oh, what's his name from MI40? Um Shit, what is his name? He did Tampa. He's supposed to do classic. They hided him short, so then he went and
yeah,
did open.
yeah,
He looked in stellar.
yeah.
That's a prime example where it's like the guy's been hided the same height at his regional shows, at his pro qualifier when he went pro. Now he's a pro, and they're like, oh, by the way, you lost an inch.
Yeah, like they should do, but they should do that everywhere. Like you just go by where you qualified at. Like
Mhm.
why that isn't married at your qualifier. Like when you register, I qualified in class D or class C, and same with bikini, same with wellness. Because dude, everyone gets heighted differently.
Mhm.
Everyone got heighted high at they got heighted taller at USA's. Like Abby was class F, I think.
Mm.
They heighted her like very tall. Callie was heighted high, like and so Andrew was heighted short at junior nats. So it's
Mhm.
just like I don't know, man. I wish there was more unison and like, hey, like, okay, you turn pro in this height, this is your height. If you want to challenge it, like say you feel like you're getting taller and you need to get bigger, cool, you can challenge it, but we're not going to require you to do it.
Yeah.
I think men's physique needs to, I don't want to say it needs to chill out. They need to just make up their mind in the next 10 years. Like is men's physique like freaking classic guys in shorts? Or is it men's physique? Like, is it going to go back to the Jeremy Buendia days? Because right now we're blasted off into, and I love it, but like,
Yeah.
there's no different in a bodybuilder hardness, dryness. Like, they're fucking dice, dude.
Oh, bro, none of those guys can make weight for classic. I think they're at that level. They're all bigger than classic guys.
A lot of them, man. Yeah. And so, I don't know. I think there's so much that can be done. I just hope it all benefits the athletes. Like,
Hmm.
I hope. I don't see them reining in pro cards. I think that's only gonna just grow more and more. Um, I wish magazines would come back. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I miss magazine days, dude. Those were so cool. I remember like going to like CVS with my mom and just like sitting there and staring at all of the magazines.
I'm looking at the question one more time. But yeah, I think classes and criteria. I think it's all just gonna just bigger, harder, leaner, and then it's just
Hmm.
gonna make a new one right up under it.
Yeah. Yeah. Which like I know obviously when we first saw Fit Model get announced, there was some skepticism and criticism that we had, and obviously a lot of other people had even harsher opinions. Now that it's starting to form and develop, I understand it. I see it. I understand the requirements for it. I understand what the look they're going for, and there are some Fit Model competitors where I'm like, damn, she's impressive, right? Um, from a men's perspective, I cannot comprehend what a division would look like that would be lesser than men's physique at a regional level.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. Like we're talking about fit model, that like the problem that you run into as a judge is you're only judging off of what's in front of you.
Hmm.
So like fit model is a great example. You're gonna have some girls who probably fit bikini criteria more than fit model, but you look at the second place person, and they're nowhere near like deserving to being rewarded. So it's like, what do you do? Do you hammer the person for being too hard and too big or whatever? And like, oh, you should have been in bikini. Or do you reward them and just kind of pull them aside and let them know, like, hey, that's not really the criteria you need to go on. Like what do you do? And that's the same with any class. It's like, well, why'd that girl win? It's like, well, look at the person behind them. Like you can't like, yeah, we know that's too hard or too soft or whatever, but like it's just the best that was there that day. What do you want from us?
Yeah, it's like if we're looking at this from like a baseline, like this is the target we're aiming for, and this is deemed maybe too hard, too conditioned, but this is too soft, too lack of muscularity. If this is closer, this will win over this being further away, regardless of the semantics of it,
Yeah,
because they're still technically closer to this than this person is to that.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I don't know, you said, but that's the thing too, is like the local level, regional level is there's such a far gap from the pros. So it's like, but at the same time, dude, like I don't want to see a men's fit model. I
Mm-mm,
don't want to look at an Abercrombie guy. I don't.
mm-mm,
Or Brad Pitt in Fight Club. I don't want to look at that. It's not impressive to me.
no,
Um, so I hope there is a line where they quit trying to make money. Um, but
because again, like it's going to sound gatekeepy, and I don't care. Part of what bodybuilding is and why we admire what we see on stage is because it's not easily attainable. So now, if we're making divisions that are easily attainable, there's no prestige in that.
yeah, yeah. Dude, yeah, I see. I almost sent y'all a picture in the group chat the other day. There's a pro, he's a master's pro, but it's like you look at his physique, like, that's a pro. Like, my entire roster, in the chat, all five of you guys had a better physique. But it's like, so again, it's not to take away from people's pro cards or whatever, but it's like you can't just rely on that to be your like satisfaction and gratitude out of this. But at the same time, yeah, this sport needs to be gatekeepy. This sport needs to be because there's plenty of people who say they're, oh, I'm a classic guy. It's like, no, dude, you're terrible. Like you're not going anywhere. Like you beat one person at your show, but like in the big scheme of things, you're not that good. So I think the gatekeeping just comes from the thing of like the cream rises to the top, as cliche as that is, it's true. Like the people who are good are going to turn pro. The people who turn pro that are good are going to do well as a pro. And the ones who don't, they're going to get lost in between.
Mhm. I agree. Should men's judging consider beauty to the same degree that women's judging is, such as like acne, balding, etc.?
I mean, yeah, if there's a men's fit model, I don't know. Like, I think by the division, they kind of already do, like to a certain degree. Like bodybuilding is obviously the less like pretty, like acne is like you're not, I can't think of anyone winning mainstream. I can't think of anyone like just burying overalls or turning pro or whatever with like bad acne. Like,
Hmm.
like acne that would be noticeable enough to like rule against.
Yeah.
Now gyno's already judged, stretch marks are judged and critiqued for, loose skin's judged and critiqued for, both guys and girls. So like, yeah, I think its beauty is already judged, but in terms of like the face. Men's physique, I think it holds a little bias, like a little like and it's not like beauty, it's like who has that it factor. Like if you have a GQ look to you, you're probably gonna do pretty well. Just like a bikini girl, real pretty, bubbly, nice flow, nice posing, nice presentation, and also doesn't have a busted face, she's probably gonna do pretty good, right? But that's just the reality of it. The reality is the winner is someone who needs to be on the front page of a magazine or front page of an Instagram post representing that division.
Hmm.
You're not going to find a lot of busted faces, ugly people doing that. You know, if you are, it's probably a very small show.
Yeah. Easy enough. That covers that. How do you help athletes catch their mental up to their physical? Meaning, like, if you have someone who's like has all the physical characteristics to compete, but mentally they do not have what is required to get them there.
That's a deep mentally how? Like, because that could be a whole thing. Is it self-doubt? Is it lack of adherence to the plan? Is it like, they don't like
I'd
how?
say let's talk about both of those because I think those are probably the two biggest obstacles that we see as coaches and as athletes is going to be self doubt and then the perception of the inability to follow a plan.
Um, read the question one more time.
How do you help athletes catch their mental up to their physical?
Okay. That's the art of coaching more than anything. Um, a lot of times is, an athlete might not mentally have it all together, but the contest prep shows them that they do. Sometimes just a structured, more harsh, intense off season can show them what they're capable of and then can succeed in a prep. Um, I'll use Neely as an example in terms of like why he's not going to nationals this year. And it's not because I don't think he wouldn't do good, but like this is only his second time competing ever, like this
Mm-hmm.
season. And so like I don't think mentally, emotionally he's mature enough to embrace that big dance just yet. And then also there's stuff with his physique that like we can also get better, harder, and improve it, right? So the goal with him is to like obviously win his show this season and then go to nationals, which he was at nationals there last year, go to nationals again this year, see it, be in front of it, and then like that way it's not so overwhelming when he's there. Um, but yeah, I think that's a huge thing, because and it's not that he lacks maturity, it's not that he lacks anything, it's just he just needs more time to like be a bodybuilder that preps. Um, and then like in doing that, things like self-doubt or confidence or whatever the athlete needs to focus on. Okay, well, they're getting on stage at a smaller scaled show. They do well. Then after that show, you break down what they could do better, what they could do worse. Hey, look, you're not taking feedback properly. You're giving me feedback for like when I pulled Neely out of his first show earlier this year to this prep now, we're night and day different. Like just
Mm-hmm.
how me and him communicate, how we execute, how we do things. So like you both get better as client and coach. You both mature and level up mentally. But sometimes like I mean, sometimes you'll have athletes who don't lock in at all on plan or whatever, and they still win. And it's like, shit, that's the worst thing that could have happened.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst outcome, right? But like, you hope, like, if an athlete's not following their plan, up and it's 6 weeks out, we're not doing that show.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't, more than likely, when that happens, if it's a constant thing, more than likely they either weren't with me in the off season or they're relying in their off season.
Yeah. 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 I think a couple things within that, like it is as much as we always focus on the physical, as that's what we're being judged upon. And we hear it all the time. Like genuinely, the mental threshold that you have to develop, I think, is what's most important in being a successful athlete. As someone who battles it all the time, and there's a lot of reason I think that both you and I approach how we work with our athletes as far as segmenting things out as a means of accomplishing a lot of things at the same time. And what I mean by that is there's a reason that if you sign up with me today, I'm not putting you on stage in 12 weeks. There's a reason we're going to go through 6 months minimum of an off season. Because then, to your point, it's like, one, I need you to show me you can do it. I need you to show yourself you can do that.
Yes.
And great circumstances, right? As an off season is supposed to be when everything's fun and great. And as we level up and we learn through that process, one, it's a litmus test, right? To your point of like, hey, are we telling the full truth and nothing but the truth? Are we being honest with ourselves through this process? And if we've been able to do that and achieve what we need to physically, mentally, and also in our relationship with one another, okay, now we can look to the next steps,
Mhm.
right? And then we go through show prep, and then we see how that goes. And it's really it's I don't want to say frustrating. It sucks. It's just discouraging when you get an athlete that has like physically they have the it factor, they've got all the pieces to that puzzle, but it's just like the biggest glaring piece is what's in between your ears. They just don't have that yet, or they're not willing to put themselves in a position to be vulnerable or be coachable enough to hear the hard truths in order to develop them the way they need to be developed to have that final piece put in place.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of us like as coaches we do stuff to build them up and to develop them and over time. But at the end of the day, man, they're either gonna want to do it or they don't. And like
Yeah.
it's like man, I can't want it for you. And that's
Mhm.
the harsh reality of bodybuilding because there's some clients, dude, like I've wanted it for them so bad and they just don't. And over time that's why you get in that phase of where like I don't approach people and tell them they should compete.
Mm-mm.
It's like I don't know if they should. Like they physically, sure, like yeah, you could be great if you thought about it, but like some people just don't have it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I more oftentimes than not talk people out of competing than
Mm-hmm.
I do like tell them to compete. Um, because there's just something like you said, like we set up our off seasons, we set up our time together. That time together is to weed it out. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, well, you can't follow like, hey, I want to talk about shows next year. Okay, cool. I need you to follow the plan for 6 weeks and not miss. Then we'll talk
Yep.
about shows. Like, no problem. I'd love to talk to you about shows. I'd love for you to get on stage. But you've not checked in clicking yes on following the plan ever or
Yep.
consistently for 6 weeks ever. So like how are
Yep.
we supposed to go into prep when we haven't even done it when we're full and when we have food and we don't have a lot of cardio? Like you're setting yourself up for failure. And that's why I hate the whole, oh, I just need something to motivate me. I just need something to look forward to. That's this isn't the game for that. Like
Mm-mm.
the ones who last are the ones who they don't care what season it is. And I know motivation goes up and down, but like you're just doing it. Like when you can accept that with bodybuilding, regardless of the season, you're eating food and you're lifting weights. It's really all you're doing. It's not that complicated. It's just, are you going to lift more weights or eat more food? Or are you going to, do more cardio and eat less food? Like, what are you doing? But at the end of the day, the love for that doesn't change.
Mm-hmm. I think too, you see it a lot, and I think it just comes from a place of naiveness, if that's a word. And it's endearing. Like, I don't say that in like a condescending way, where people glamorize what they think show prep is going to look like because we see a fraction of it through people's social media. They glamorize what they think show day is going to be, um, and so they put all these positive connotations and value around what is arguably the most challenging. It is the most challenging part of this in a way. And so then off season's now boring and lame and stupid, right? Because it's not show prep, right? And then we don't take them as seriously as we need to. But it's like you need one to allow yourself to be able to do the other, right? And so when you emotionally detach and you just see it as all the same, it becomes a lot simpler because it's not that fucking deep.
Yeah.
You just do. As someone, and I say that as someone who has lived that. That's why I'm saying that. When I was a lot younger, that's how I looked at this. And it's like when you just take it as what it is and it's a box to check and there's no emotional attachment to it, it simplifies everything. It's just a task.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not like because the people who are good at this sport, like you're going to the gym anyway. You're eating food anyway. You might as well
Yeah.
make it count. Like you might as well put it towards something.
Hmm.
And that's why. But dude, I have so many people that like they'll get to their off season and they'll leave and they'll come back and they want to prep again and they kill it during prep. But they look the same like every year. It's like, yeah, I know I can do my job. I know you can get lean. Can you stay around long enough to truly progress? Because if not, you're just bringing back the same package over and over again. And again, sometimes it's a pretty good package, but it's what are we going to do with it? Are we going to be that guy or girl that just shows up like every year or two and we win an overall? Cool. I'm down. But like, be pretty cool if we went on somewhere, you know? And
Yeah.
that's where, yeah, you have to, you just got to decide what you truly want to do. And like, if people want this bad enough, they'll do it. And that's why both guys and girls, I focus on them like in their off season, like getting stronger and getting their food up and not getting fat, because it's like you're giving us such a better runway now to start a prep in. But it's not glamorous. There's times during off season where I don't change anything. I'm like, yeah, good job. Let's do it again. All right, good job. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And then 8 weeks goes by and we haven't changed anything, but we're slowly getting stronger, weight slowly climbing up, like because there's no need to change because it's working. And,
Hmm.
and I think a lot of people look for they want new foods, they want new training, they want new this. It's like chicken is going to be there to the end of time, and turkey and beef and rice. It's just it is what it is. And same thing with like a squat pattern and a deadlift and a pull down. Like that ain't going anywhere. So the more you just can enjoy and like learn to enjoy it, the easier this whole thing's going to be. And people who don't like it, I usually end up telling them like, "Hey, you don't like this. Like you may like being on stage and you may like the Instagram post when you're lean, but you don't like this because bodybuilding is this."
Yeah. Yeah. And it's again, it's like I think people fail to realize like you can get in good fucking shape and just live in that. And that's cool. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I'm all for that. Right.
Mhm.
And I think it's we brought it up before, but it's the most compelling question that I think has been asked in the last like 10 years is how many of y'all would do this if Instagram didn't exist?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, yeah, I have no desires to step on stage, like not an ounce in me just to get on stage. But I love training. I love
Yeah.
eating. Like, I can't wait to go eat my chicken meal here and when we get off this thing. Like,
Mhm.
because I'm hungry and that's what is on the menu for today. So it's just, I don't know, man. I wish, I think sometimes I find myself, I get flustered when clients like don't do it how I would do it or how I did it or how I want it to be done. But it's like, that's the way you win. Like
That's
that,
it.
yeah. Like show me a way where you can fuck off for 4 months and, eat your mug cakes and your, whatever pastries and then come back and like be ready to prep. It's just not going to work like that.
No, it's not. And I think, and I've spoken about it before, and it goes back to it. Like I work with a diverse group of people, all different walks of life, all different fitness goals. And I'm always going to meet the athlete where they're at and try to take them where we need to be. That being said, that is not my entire responsibility. It is also theirs. So when you come to me and you say, "Hey, I want to be the big dick in the room. I want to go win shows. I know I can do it." Da 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 da. It goes back to ego, expectations, and effort, right? If you have an ego that you're going to be the biggest dick in the room, you have the expectation you're going to be the biggest dick in the room. Your effort had better match that, and it can't just be my effort to match that,
Yeah.
right? And that's when it gets really uncomfortable when I have to, and I think this goes back to it in coaching. Sometimes I have to, and I've said it before, if you think back to like childhood sports, middle school, high schools, for those who played college sports, whatever the most impactful coach you had that comes to mind, they probably weren't that nice to you all the time, right? That wasn't their job to be nice to you all the time. And so, with that, sometimes if I find somebody where ego and their expectations or efforts don't match, sometimes I have to work, and it's coming from a place of love, it's tough love, and systematically bringing our ego and expectations down to where our effort actually lies, and then work on building them all up together.
Yeah.
And then we can do something cool. But that takes time, right? And that also takes someone's ability to be willing to hear that shit because a lot of people's egos are not prepared to hear criticism.
Yeah, man, the amount of people who like I've got some younger guy. I mean, dude, the amount of just like younger people that come up and are like, I'm going to be a pro. I'm going to be an Olympian. I'm going to be this and that. You know, gonna get ready for nationals next year. And I'll send them pictures. I'll send them photos of Neely, of Austin. I'm like, of you. I've done it, all three of y'all. And I'm like, you mean to tell me that like you could beat them because they're not going to nationals yet, but you think you're going? Like, well, I just and then they backtrack. Like, well, it's not like one day, and I'm like, yeah, like that's the reality,
Yeah.
but it's like sometimes you have to kind of put it in their face, like, or people all the time, like, a couple people they'll respond to some of my stories of you guys, like, I'm gonna get there one day. I'm gonna get there one day. There's one guy in particular I'm thinking about. It's like, well, you don't even work with me, dude. Like, how are you gonna like? you- Not that I'm the key holder to getting you there, but like, don't you think it would have been there by now? Like it's there's something that they're doing that you're not. And instead of asking me what you could be doing different, you're just telling me that you're gonna get there one day, but then you look the same every time you get on stage.
Well, it's like again, I am so fucking exhausted with people thinking that talking about what they're going to do is some amount of an accolade instead of just doing it.
Yeah, yeah. Man, when I have to, yeah, I'll get new, and I'm sure you experience this sometimes too. I'll get new clients who are like, yeah, I saw what you did with Abby, or I saw what you did with Callie, or I saw what you did with Neely. Like, and I have to just break it down to them. Hey, listen, I need you to understand that you're not them. Like just off the bat, you're not
Yeah.
them. Oh, I just wish I could have Chris's back. Hey, yeah, I'll tell you what, but you don't. So let's, while yes, it's good to have goals and dreams, it's just like the people who send us pictures of Chris Bum. Like one guy sent Zach a picture of Samson and said, this is what I'm trying to get like.
Get
But
in line, bro.
bro, yeah. So it's like you have to have reality of like where you're at. And a lot of times that's the coach's job. Like I had a talk with a client the other day, and he was like, he's in his 40s, like question if he should be doing this anymore or not. And I was like, hey, look, let me tell you, because we just started a couple weeks ago. I was like, tell you what, you give me 20 weeks of a push phase. Let me see how big I can get you. And after the 20 weeks, if and then like locked in 20 weeks, like it's a prep, if I will tell you if you have it or not, and if it's worth keeping going. And if not, I will give you the rest of your year paid in full back
Hmm.
because like he don't want to waste his time. I don't want to waste his time. So it's like and that's a great scenario to be in.
Absolutely.
What you don't want is 6 months to go by, them not really have it in the first place, and then they blame you. Like, well, you didn't give me what you gave the other guys. It's like, no, you don't have what they have. You're taking more than what they're taking,
Hmm.
you know? That's crazy, man.
Well, it's uncomfortable too in the coach's position because I've had it too where someone would be like, "Well, I want to look like Mary or I want to look like that," and I'm like, one, it's not. Don't use anybody in this life as your glass ceiling, right? No matter how good or great they are. But at the end of the day, we're all individuals, and there is nothing on this planet that I can do to look like Chris Bumstead ever. So why would I compare myself to him,
Yeah.
right? It's up to me and the what I think that I am capable of doing, and that's what I'm comparing myself to. And it's not looking at anybody else but myself, because then it ultimately too it always creates a really awkward environment for somebody.
Yeah, yeah, and I think too the best way to go about it is because people come to me, "Oh, I'm going to be a pro, I'm going to do this and that." Okay, let's go win our class, let's go win our overall at a decent sized show, and then let's see. And like if we can go smoke that, cool, let's talk about it. Until then, don't talk to me about a pro card because
Mhm.
like we haven't even won our open class yet. Like, so I don't want to plan your 2029 pro card run when we haven't even won our class.
Yeah.
Like let's start and then let's do it. And if you want to stand on business and throw it back in my face, well then go do it. Go do it. Like and because win. And then I'll be like, shit, okay, yeah, we're doing something here. Until then, it's just talk.
Hmm. I hate talk. I'm over talk, dude. I'm so over talk at this point.
Like it's not, I don't know, man.
I love it, dude. But it's again, it's when you put that precedent on yourself of I'm going to go pro or whatever it may be. And again, there's nothing wrong with having those aspirations somewhere deep within. One, you are outwardly saying that you are statistically better than a majority of people in the sport, whether it's now or tomorrow. But then you're also now putting that as like the end all be all. So everything before that is lesser than because you're still not a pro. So you win your first class, you win your true novice class. That's something you should celebrate. But we're still not pro. You win your novice, you win your novice overall, you win your open overall. All those things now don't hold the significance that they need to because now you've said, well, I have to go pro.
Yeah.
But these have to happen. These have to be celebrated in the same accordance in order to get you to that point potentially. But
Yeah.
again, it's still not guaranteed.
Yeah. And don't get us wrong. Like, trust me, you don't think I want another pro card? Like, God, yes. Like, please give me the pro card. And I will say, it's a lot having now won more pro cards, it is a lot more realistically achievable. But the people who've won pro cards with me have been with me for 3 to 5 years. Like we've built up. We've done exactly the method I've talked about. It's not just a one time off. Oh, we're going to North Americans and we're going to win. It's like no, we've been plotting this like run. We can look back on the wins, look back on the losses, and then now we're here and we developed this over time. So like it absolutely can be doable.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to come in like I'm willing to work, not willing to do the drugs. I'm willing to work and not miss meals and train and take the years that it's going to take. And then win along the way. And then we will see where your genetic potential tops out at. We'll see where the drugs can push us further. And then that's where it is.
Yeah. Because we're coming, you and me, we're coming up on what, 3 years
Yeah.
next year,
Yeah.
and we're
Still chipping away.
still
Still
chipping
chipping
away.
away.
There's still shit to do, you know. And it's like I've won three overalls. There's still shit to do before a pro card can be considered,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. Um, shit takes time, and I think that's where people get just ahead of themselves, and then this becomes a lot less fun. So like we're putting the cart before the horse, way before it needs to be done.
Man, yeah, I was thinking about it. Like now that Abby's a pro, right? It's like, well, what pro show am I gonna go do? It's like, God damn it. Like we gotta start all over again. Yeah, and I love it and I'm excited for it, but it's like a whole new thing. And that's the thing too, is like I will talk about that another time, but it's once you do turn pro, it's a whole different ballgame. You gotta level up again. And you're
Yeah,
right.
you're the worst of the best.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it never ends. It's just more pressure. And
Hmm.
that's the other thing too, is like you got to be accustomed to that because it's only going to get as you get better, the pressure only gets worse. And it's I think it's a matter of going back to like mental development and getting comfortable in that.
Yeah, because she won't compete till 2027, and she
Hmm.
hates hearing that, but it's the reality because like we're you are only as good as your last showing. You have to get better, you have to improve, and you have to compete again. Like you don't want to be the person that goes from, oh, I just turned pro to now I'm last. I'm 28 out of 40 in open pro bikini. Like, you don't want that. Like, no, like I want top 10. Like first show, top 10. Okay, that's good. Second show, top six. Okay, that's good. Third show, first call. Like you gotta build it up again. But like I
Hmm.
ain't fucking we ain't going out there getting third call out just so
Hmm.
we can say we did the whatever pro. Like fuck
Yeah,
that.
it's not worth it. I think it goes back to what we talked about a few episodes ago about being comfortable with the with losing as far as your placing goes,
Hmm.
right? Because I
Yeah.
mean, she's still a fucking pro at the end of the day. It's
Yeah.
still cool shit, and it's like it's not like she's going to go and like have a hissy fit if she gets seventh in her pro debut or sixth in her pro debut. Like
Yeah.
it's about the perspective, right? And I think as long as you're continuing to get better as an athlete, that is first and foremost what needs to fucking matter.
Yeah, and I think it's important for athletes to like you want to, and this is pro card overall, obviously two different things, but the you need to enjoy that. Like you, Austin, like y'all need to enjoy. that ride of like I'm that guy that just did that. Like, Abby, same thing. You need to enjoy, hey, I'm a pro now. Like, because again, you're only as good as your last showing. So like until she gets on stage again, her last show was I'm a pro. Your last show was you won an overall. Austin's last two shows was I won two overalls. You're it until you go out there again. And so like enjoy and embrace that, take advantage of that. And then like, obviously don't let 3 years go by, but like you can ride that out for a year, year and a half. And then it's like, all right, what are they doing next? And then you're still relevant.
Yeah, see, I suck at that. I pretty bad at that.
Yeah.
As the first text that I sent Alex when I got off stage of getting my overall was a list of everything that I needed to fix. Um,
Yeah.
just Chris things. But yeah, no, I think it's a matter of like this sport takes fucking forever, guys. Like I've been competing for 6 years now, and in the grand scheme of things, it's still pretty new to this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah, man, and that's like you just have to do the little things over and over again, and it does get more like if you're trying to be the best, you're trying to turn pro and be a good pro, like it's just different. Like everything is treated differently.
Yeah.
It's a lot different than, hey man, yeah, dude, like, okay, you're 27, 28, like we'll get a pro card eventually. If not, Masters 35, we'll go snag it someday. But like if you're trying to be competing as a pro at 32, 35, like we're on a mission there.
Mhm.
It's just different.
Who is the most underrated open pro in history?
And history is tough.
Yeah. Let's just say
Uh,
just names that come to mind.
Johnny Jackson,
Really?
because I saw a video of him the other day and was like, oh my God, he was jacked. But we were so like hard on him because he just didn't have legs that match his upper body that we're like, oh, this guy sucks. But like he was fucking amazing. Like I think that's more of what I think about is like who's underappreciated.
Yeah.
Cedric McMillan,
Yep.
Sean Roden. Sean
Yep.
Roden should have been Mr. Olympia 3 times.
Yep.
Had they not taken it from him unrightfully, maybe
Hmm.
4 or 5 times. I don't think Brandon Curry would have ever won it. I don't think Rami would have ever won it.
Hmm.
Um, who do you have while I'm thinking of more?
Dennis James, Dennis Wolf,
Yeah.
God rest his soul, Luke Sando. I think he was just coming into his own. Um,
Yeah,
oh, Marcus Rule. I
dude.
think like, dude was a fucking specimen.
Yeah.
Really, anybody who competed in the era of Ronnie Coleman when he hit his stride, because that's all we ever looked at. Anybody from third through 10th was also a motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't think people realize Jay Cutler would have been a 10-time Mr. Olympia had it not been for Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that's crazy. Um, but yeah, I think it goes into I don't think people realize how good Kai Green was.
Dude, dude was
Like,
massive.
yeah, and how I don't think people realize that. Um, Steve Kuklo was
Hmm.
Mr. USA, and then was phenomenal as a pro. I just think there's so many good pros that people just, nah, they're
Dude,
okay.
I think Branch Warren didn't get the
Yeah,
credit he deserved.
yeah. And like people say, oh, Brand, his genetics are terrible. No, they weren't. Look at that motherfucker at 17 years old. He beats like everybody.
Dude,
Uh,
motherfucker.
it's just, yeah, man. And so I got a client and I love him to death, but and we talk about it and he's very critical of like any open pro anything. Like, he just, oh, waste of shit, whatever. And I first used to cut up with him. I'd be like, I wonder what he says about your physique. right? That was like my first jab. And
Mhm.
then my second jab was like, it's like, man, that's wild. You're sitting here telling me how a pro's, legs aren't good or chest isn't good. It's like, that just blows my mind. That like, and I think, and again, it's like, it's me and him, it's a humor, like bonding thing. But the reality is like, how many of us do that?
Mhm.
Like, how many of us pick apart pros who are fucking freaks because like they don't meet whatever criteria that like we deem fit? And it's like, and I love saying that. It's like, well, I wonder what they say about your physique. Like, because they don't even know who you are. But it's like, I think, and so my last message I told him, I said, man, I think you need to start appreciating the bodybuilders that are on right now because
Mhm.
it's a fun time to be in bodybuilding. Like
Yeah.
there's so many good physiques. We have no idea who's going to win the Olympia. You're seeing shows like Tampa, Italy's about to have a wild lineup with Urs coming in. It's just it's so much cooler now than what Olympia is Phil Heath going to go win this? What number is he going to go win? Is Kai going to come back? What's Jay and Ronnie going to do? Like we're in such a cool time with some freaks coming up, and I wish more people would just enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think too, it's funny, man, because you said that. And I saw the pictures that bodybuilding without borders put up of Roman Fritz, and I was like, needs more ham in the back, you know, because it's just.
Yeah,
But he
yeah,
has critiqued my physique before. He did on
yeah.
Bro Chat, so
Too.
it's fine. He tore my ass apart, and I deserved it.
And so yeah, like and dude, I'll be the first one. Like I critique pros all the time, right? Like when we're breaking down a lineup on like
Mhm.
why they're not going to win, why they're going to lose for sure. Like yeah, that's where it comes into play. But sometimes like Roman, we got to appreciate Roman. Motherfuckers train 12 times or 2 times a day for 12 years, 15 years, and doesn't stop. He's had like 3 hip
Something
replacements.
to say. Yeah,
He gets nasty peeled. So it's like, but dude, all that, like, I wish we would have like, appreciated Branch and how like, hard he got. Like, there's so much I wish we would just appreciate it more while we have it. Cause like now we see it like, outside of the cases like Dallas and Luke Sandow when they go, but like when people just retire, like
yeah,
it gets sad.
yeah, dude, I was so sad when Dexter finally retired.
Yeah, yeah. And we all were just like, well, we know Dexter's going to be on. All right, who's next? And it's like, man, like enjoy it. But I think we do that with everything. We don't enjoy it till it's gone.
Yeah, hindsight's always 2020, and it just becomes nostalgia at that point.
Yeah, yeah. Like I would do anything to go back and watch Conor McGregor come back through the rankings. Like I
Yeah,
would do anything for that.
yeah,
But in the
I'm sure.
moment, it's different.
Yeah, dude. Again, it's like I guess we all technically have within some right free reign. I mean, it's a subjective sport, and when I look at pros, it's never like, oh, they suck because they don't. It's just like, oh, but if we had this, right? It's like, what if we just had a little bit more hamstring or whatever? It's like, let's because I just want because again, for me, it's like I want to see like I loved. I remember the what 2 years ago when we watched the Olympia together. Everybody did that was the most fun I think I've ever had. But like, I want to see a lineup of like 15 dudes all at their best. Like, I don't want to see a missed peak. I
Yeah,
don't want to see a spilled vibrato. I want to see everybody on and actually see who the fuck is up. You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Oh, for sure, man. I think this year's Olympia is going to be sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. We'll have to do something for it. Last one we've got. What are some of the worst coaching practices that we've seen recently?
Keywords recently, because we could go on for years.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, there was a girl doing Trin.
Mm-hmm.
That was stupid. Um,
Yeah.
what else have I gotten that's come across my desk? Uh, eating a pizza and having a 2 liter Pepsi. Not the whole thing, but like drinking a Pepsi after prejudging. Um,
Mm.
that was pretty fucking stupid. What else have I heard? Can you think of any?
Um, Bikini competitor that came to me recently was prescribed, quote unquote, 75 milligrams of test prop a week for TRT.
Hmm.
Um, and then when she started getting side effects rather quickly, the coach tried to gaslight her and say it was in her head. Um, Same coach that had that person on trend, 100 milligrams of Primo for a female's first protocol. Turned out it was test prop. Trying to think what else I've seen recently. 8 milligrams of Retatrutide a week seemed a
Shit.
little steep for someone in decent body composition, truthfully. Um, oh God, I mean, do that protocol that we looked at last meeting.
Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah. There's like peptides, just like daily. It was just like daily thyroid therapy, daily peptides, like just everything. Like that was so dumb.
It was like a post-show rebound where they were trying to grow and cut at the same time because it's like we had Clinton, but then we had 10 units of Lantus, but then we
Yeah.
had like high androgen load, but then like mitochondrial peptides.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very strange. Just like, and it was just like their daily vitamins. Like
Yeah.
it was just thrown in there. Like, this is what we're doing. Okay, oh, you're starting up. Cool. Here's the list. And I've seen that before, but it's like you have no rhyme or reason for a lot of it. And I'm not like I take some peptides, but like I don't do it. I do it when I need them or when I want to put them in. I don't just like fucking, like just do it all year. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, that blew my mind. Um, had a client who she was doing lower days every other day, just like that's all her training was, just lower, 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 and then just lower rest, lower rest. That was just interesting. Um, what else have we gotten? Uh,
I'm trying to think. I had one guy came to me last week. His coach had him like doing the standard, I say standard, the old school means of a push phase where you just slam as many orals and fast esters as possible for the first 4 weeks. And his blood pressure was like one, it was like 160 over 100. And they didn't even like consider any blood pressure management. I mean, obviously, just not doing that in the fucking first place, but then also just there was no. I literally was like, "Are you taking any health supplements?" He's like, "Nope, didn't tell me to." I was like, "For sure."
yeah, yeah, that's usually interesting. Like the health supplements never match the drugs. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like it's just nothing else really stands out. I'm sure we'll get some influx of people after North Americans. Um, yeah, yeah, I can't think of much that's like blown my mind. It all honestly, it all blows my mind, man.
Yep.
Like response time, like it, clients just ignore people. Um,
Mm-hmm.
pricing is out the roof right now for coaching. Um, yeah, we're just in a weird time, man, with coaching and everyone thinks they're the best coach. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like that's what I'm starting to see more like as I scroll on Instagram. Um, we all kind of copy what Jansen started, which was the coaching photos. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like the peak week, like I have no shame in saying I got that from Jansen for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I will say, started to see a lot more um into the slide uh symbolism post. I'm not saying it was because
The
of
cryptic pictures.
yeah, I'm not saying it was because of us. But if we were to go back and see, like when we started doing it, and then when other people started doing it,
Yeah,
yeah,
if I see one more person like post like their the coaches, the Jansen photos, which again I will stand with you in that one. I for sure got that inspiration from him because I thought it was so dope. If I see that, and you have Shook Ones by Mobb Deep as the song, I know you got that shit from me. Like, I know you got that shit from me for sure.
I will say Taylor Moore had a sick one when
Mhm.
his guy turned pro. The stoic picture, the symbolic picture was him and the guy on the football field in high school together.
That's cool as fuck.
That was fucking sick. Yeah,
Taylor gets a pass for sure. Dude's dope as hell. He's a great coach.
that was.
Um,
But like I don't know, and so like it's flattering to me when I see it, honestly. And like he's not even someone I'm thinking about when I say this, but I see it, more athletes doing it and more coaches doing it. It's cool, man. Like whether we
yeah.
officially started it or not, um, I will say that like we did kind of, start that.
Now, if I start seeing people wearing purple shoes to shows, it's on site for sure.
Dude, yeah, I gotta like I my beach bash outfit like nobody will ever have.
Uh,
But
I can show you actually.
it makes us go deep on like shoes now. Oh, those are so sick.
Oh, bro, I got two pairs of Kobe
Those are
Air
so
Force
sick.
Ones. So I got some special shows coming up this year that they'll be coming out for.
You look a little dense, buddy.
I feel pretty dense, dude.
We're good.
We're trying. We're trying.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get fat, I promise.
it's fun though, man. But yeah, that's something that's a positive this week. So let's end this podcast. We won't end with a prayer like bro chat. Let's end with what's something positive this week.
Uh the weather's beautiful. I
Oh,
love this
the
weather so
weather's
much.
perfect right now. Yeah.
And dude, I could have the windows up and be more at peace, and I got a roof over my head and a lot of cool people in my corner. So there's always great shit to be grateful for, and it's something I'm trying to practice more.
Yeah.
Um,
More importantly, the Reese's Oreos are out.
I need
So
to find those, even though I said I wasn't going to get fat, but
gotta find those.
I'll take them at Foreman.
No, the
We
weather's
got
been.
a seminar, we got a workshop coming up.
Oh shit, yes.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, we're terrible at advertising. We will have like official details on that, but yes, we're doing a leg day. It's like a leg day fucking workshop seminar, big so we're not going to literally train legs that day. You can after we show
Yeah.
you the stuff, but we're gonna walk people through like we're gonna I hope there's 60 people. At the same time, we will not put 60 people all in a leg curl so they can feel it. If it gets that big, we will probably, split it up into two groups. But the goal is to put people into equipment, show them how to set it up, how to execute it, which movement patterns are going to benefit what, how to do them properly, so that you can execute leg days to the fullest. So please come to that. It's going to be Saturday, October 18th here in Birmingham. Um, Clients and stuff, y'all will have the sign up sheet first. Then we'll open the sign up sheet to other people. There's no cost. It's just pay the guest fee. I think it's $10 there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like $10. Like we're not making any money off of it. We're actually spending money. We're gonna lose money on it.
Mhm.
So you can't come at us telling us we're in it for that. But the goal is, and again, anyone's welcome. Bring a friend. The goal is to make this sport better, make this industry better, make you guys as athletes better, and then afterwards train, hang out, take pictures, pose, do whatever you guys want.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's one thing that Alex and I are like why we started this podcast in the first place is try to give an opportunity to pour back into you guys and just try to provide as much knowledge as we can. Because again, with this like this podcast, we've spent a lot of money on it. We've made no money off of it, and that's fine because that's not the initial like again. And when we say this, if our discount codes, if a seminar ticket or this podcast was our means to make a living, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is just like a means to try to give back to you guys and try to make the sport better for everybody.
Yeah, and it's why our discount code is the same because like we told our bosses we're like we don't care. Like I don't care if I make a dollar off this deal, but if it helps my clients get good products, helps me get good products, cool, then that's what I want it for. But yeah, that's the goal of this workshop is it too just to like give y'all something to look forward to because like we have athletes now like all over the US who like they want to come in and they want to get the coach workout and like a lot of times like just travel or the way like my day to day set up like I don't have time for it and like
Mhm.
I would feel bad asking someone to fly in just to train back but like oh if I can get everybody together we can all come together we can all learn and then we can train after and do whatever have a good time have a good Saturday hell yeah I'm all for it
Yeah, and I think too, it's what we've already been doing. Like, I was hosting those team lifts like every month for a long time. And I think as me and Alex have conjoined into this love child that we are, like we've developed a stronger, unified team even before we were on the same team, right? And that's
yeah
something that we're big on is like I want there to be a community of people within this, right? Throughout the South, throughout the US, so that again, like when you're coming to your shows, it's not just me, it's me and maybe 10 of your friends, 10 of your teammates
yeah
coming to support you and cheer you on. So it's a good opportunity to also like meet people that like, dude, it happens every team lift that I used to have where they'd be like, oh shit, I didn't know we both lived in Evansville or
hmm
whatever. Now you have a training partner. Now you got a friend. Now you have someone else in your support system beyond just myself.
yeah 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 and that's something like we want to do we want to get everybody together get to know each other and like hopefully you leave with one new friend and
Yep.
or a lot of times I notice people like they talk all the time on Instagram but like they've never met in person so like it's just an opportunity to get back during the kind of I don't want to say downtime because we still have like two shows every month through the end of the year but like during it's not so crazy and I want to do this because like you were the team lift guy, I was a seminar guy, and now we get to kind of like throw it into one. So yeah, hopefully you guys come out and have fun. We'll have official post on it soon, and sign up sheets and all that.
Yeah. I think that's everything. You got anything else?
Man, that's a wrap. Um, use our discount codes, Axe and Sledge, J3U, Teddy Graham, hit it.
Nectar.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far, if you can, like, comment, share, subscribe, share with a friend, let everybody know. Like I said, for all of our people, we will have more details on the team lift coming soon. And until next time, thank you for listening to the Coaches Union.